Hello friends, greeting of the day. In the previous two videos, I discussed startups. Now the question comes of how to make it a success and what should I follow so that my business becomes successful. Today we will discuss two things, why startup business fails then how to make it a successful go. As we do any business then it becomes very important to make a success and nobody wants to fail. So standing up the industry and making it successful become very important. Any start business or startup has 4 stages out of which one we will discuss. But still, a few people lose due to lack of knowledge, mentorship, unplanned strategy, and sometimes a few due to external factor which is out of their control. But every problem can be tackled with tactical planning and strategic thought, and patience is a significant factor in meeting these challenges. I am discussing a few points which are very important to make it successful along with patience. Let us begin. Take care of 8 points for a successful startup. The goal, choosing the goal of a startup is very important. It must be smart, specific, attainable, measurable, relevant, and time-bound, and it should be within your boundary or we say relevant, skill, learning, capability. Financial budget must be prepared for fixed and variable expenses. Product, identification of a product or service must be clear as per market fit. Team, choosing the team, aligning the team with the goal, and training the team. Retaining them and motivating them is crucial to scale up the startup. Time, work on time, start time, product launch time. Competitor and market means analysis of the market, watching the competitor. Action is executing, a plan execution is very important. Personal development is a factor that drives complete success. To raise your personal skill level and mental ability, cope up with stress and decision making, and to get out of confusion just learn. I feel a person's skill is the first reason for startup failure, the rest parameters are in line with this. So take education religiously in school or college, and improve your potential, this is the only mantra of doing business in today's world. Even if I say, I too faced this at an early age and lost money, or many of us too. Skill includes maturity, which means analytical capability, judgmental skill, these come through experience. If have a specific goal in life then a person relate learning to that goal. And foremost continuous learning, upgrading, mentorship, are add-on traits. And startup will be successful. It may take longer to get the goal but no failure. First of all, the startup had 3 stages, pre-seed or series A, 63% fails in this stage, either due to shortage of funds, lack of focus, poor plan, unable to meet market expectations. Series B, when a startup reaches stage B it becomes very hard to fail, but the major reason for failure will be unhealthy relations among partners and no upgradation in technology, product or team. When reaches series C then a few get fails, only when can't match market demand. As we see in the chart, major reason for startup failure is lack of funds, 38% fail. No market fit of product or late entry in the market, product becomes outdated due to this 35%. Cannot sustain itself in the market due to competition or weak sales network, and finally cannot sustain the operational cost, 20% of business fails due to this. Closing, wrong business model like location, to innovative business idea or product do not fulfill the customer need or do not provide a solution to the customer, or no continuous improvement in product or service, 19% of business fails due to this. 18% fail as they cannot meet the regulatory challenges or government compliances. Pricing is the main factor to sustain in the market, and wrong pricing strategy also contributes 15% to failure. Don't have a competitive team, or cannot sustain a good team, or develop a good team is also a reason for 14% failure. Timing to early entry in the market or to late entry in the market contributes to 10% of the business. And the startup changes its scope of service or target market due to a lack of focus, confusion, and poor market research also result in a major failure. 30% of business fails. So correct goal is very important to make a startup successful. Every startup or business has 4 stages. Stage 1, plan, implementing the plan and starting service. Stage 2, growth. Stage 3, sustain business. Stage 4, scale up. Here focus means dedication, first time right, hard work. Failure reason in stage 1, fund, poor plan, poor execution to many partners. Reason for success, focus. Failure reason in stage 2, poor market fit, scope change, poor marketing, team, poor knowledge. Reason for success, focus. Failure reason in stage 3, lack of focus, cost-cutting measures and cutting marketing budget. Reason for success, strategic planning. Failure reason in stage 4, external market circumstances, wrong investment, skip stage 3 of sustain. Reason for success, market research. Remember, money doesn't run a business but continuous effort because of rapid market competition, copy of product range, and the consumer being behavior. Now we will discuss steps 1. Goal setting is very important when you want a startup. The goal may be a product or service. So before goal setting, ask yourself 5W and 1H so that you set your goal precisely and you will get a better understanding of the path you want to do. Also see my previous videos to know more for this. Follow your passion. Here passion I mean your skill, experience and expertise you have analyzing your past and you feel if you do this I will do this in a better way by using money, time. A realistic goal, learn before goal setting. Startup goals must be realistic that can be achieved and should be as per your resources or you can manage. Aligned with your experience too. Write down your goal, whatever goal you decide write it down. Because 83% of people don't have any goal. 14% of people have a goal only in mind and 3% have a precise written goal. If you have a goal in mind then your success rate will be 10 times and if you write down your goal it increases your success rate 30 times to attain the goal. Plan short-term and long-term goals. Think strategically for the long-term goal which clears a roadmap of the startup then plan the short-term goal that you want to achieve first. User-specific and break down goals in steps. Make sure while setting the goal, like the purpose of your product or service must be user-specific, and as discussed break the goal into many step goals. Give your full attention to a single task. As you want to do the startup, your goal should be a single task not multitasking. If you have multitasking then schedule your task, but do one thing at a time. Learn before goal setting. Again I am repeating learn before you set your goal. Make sure to write down a few pages before any startup, as we did in engineering colleges and in management degrees, like thesis, project report. The second step is finance or a budget. Prepare budget and arrange finance. Prepare the estimated budget which clearly defines capital items, fixed expenses and variable expenses so that you get a clue how much money it requires to establish a startup. And once you know the amount you can arrange it easily by different means of family, friends and financial institutions. Ensure budget phase-wise. You cannot spend at once all budget, so divide the budget phase-wise. First phase, space, capital items and utilities, then plan and arrange the initial amount to run the startup for 3 to 6 months at least. Plan for spending. Whenever you spend money make sure you plan first so that you can take the right and timely decision when spending to purchase anything. Do not spend too much, save money, bargain hard as it's your money, save every rupee, control money spending too. Maintain accounting. You just had to maintain an accounting book so that you can analyze your spending plan versus actual, and can take future decisions too. Always remember to do vital, essential, desirable analysis to take correct decisions timely. Step 3 is to review your product. Now I suggest reviewing the product you are offering as a part of your product strategy because it's important for success. Also watch my previous video about what product category you have chosen. Correct product strategy is the right way to go. Identify where my product stands. Like, to innovative product. Repetitive manufacturing. Customized offering. Are you a vendor to an OEM, job work? Early entry, late entry of product in market. Competitor products. So that you formulate your offering to the customer and plan for resources accordingly, just discussing a few points as there is a lot to discuss. And what will be the development time of the product so that you can prioritize your work. Customer need. Can you meet the customer need for quality, timely delivery, and competitive price? You can do a little market research for customer need to identify the market fit of your product and prepare your marketing strategy. The product must provide a solution to any specific or multiple problems. Product pricing, at what price you may offer to the market, will it be economical to produce or you purchase it from the market? Or how to keep the cost of manufacturing competitive for pricing strategy. Step 4, formation of the team. The team is not merely hiring the people, team mean a lot for business, because everything you cannot do alone. Team help in decision making, execution, controlling expenses, customer relation, selling products, branding, product development. So develop team, identify different depth required in your business, prepare organization chart to start hiring on a priority basis as the project move on. Train team means telling them your company's objective, vision, mission, and values your business will carry, and training them for their objective and KRA. Delegate work, trust your team, empower them, and delegate authority to them to work. Take reporting, develop a mechanism to get the follow-up of work delegated, review plan versus actual. Do yourself, if very importantly do not delegate everything to the team but do a lot of things yourself to motivate your team, align them with your goal, develop an understanding with them, and make them feel a sense of responsibility, and developing trust between you and the team. Remember, after a point of time in business, team play a big role to multiply the business. Steps 5, time. Manage time, plan daily, review daily, prepare a task list, prioritize your work, avoid distraction, save time, increase efficiency, increase productivity time. How to increase your personal productivity, I will discuss later in this video. Plan to cut short travel time, meeting with agenda only, set a deadline for each work. Prioritize your work, do a single task at a time. If multitasking, then scheme your task and follow the principle. If urgent and important, then do it now. If important but not urgent, then schedule it. If urgent but not important, then delegate to the team. If neither important nor urgent, then remove that task from the list or delete it. Timely action with a deadline. Every task should have someone responsibility and target date. If the target date is not met, then reschedule it, but each work must have a deadline. Also follow the principle of never being too late. If some work is to be done but it not done on time, then it loses its charm, so follow it. Launch time must decide when the final service or product to be launched in the market, and when the product is final ready must have date, so that all work for it aligned. Time to time review. Ensure to have review mechanism, what done, what not done, as circumstances changes with time for internal and external factors. Internal like finance, work in progress, designed capacity, so that you can take right step at right time. External like target market, how market behaving, RM price fluctuation, availability easily or critical, launch time, keep watch for the launch time of your product or service. Formatted demand, does your demand forecasting right or requires any regulations? Make the principle of regular follow-up, and make a habit of it. Step 6, watch, competitor and market. Always keep watch on your competitor and how the demand in market is behaving, so that you can sharpen your teeth for future completion. Always watch competitors, always watch competitor growth, say. Analyze performance, analyze the performance of profit, balance sheet, market covered, and past performance to watch how the company behaving and when demand is higher, when it is less. Pricing strategy, follow competitor. If you had to decide the price, best strategy is the competitor's price. Accordingly, you can decide the price. Analyze product strategy. Also get a benchmark with which you can compare your product or service and advantages you can sell. Keep watch on the market. Whatever you do, whenever you do, it is the best selling strategy to keep watch on the market of the same product. Step 7 is action. Here action means the execution of work, implementing the plan into action. Action is of two types: developing a facility of product manufacturing and starting to produce a product or service, then selling. Both parts require action person in action mode. Remember a few points while implementing things you had planned. Don't experiment after an age. Being a startup founder is hard, resulting in countless mistakes that hurt your startup. So plan, review, and then act, as your plan must be concrete. Get advice, discuss with a mentor and consultant to have a better plan rather than experiment and lose money. Work dedicatedly, give full attention and focus to work. Do not trust people to review himself and initiate each work himself. Focus attention to each point. market your product before it is ready. Start marketing for a product before it gets ready so that market reach can be attained, and when you start producing a product, it can be sold immediately as it is ready to cut the operational cost. Focus on your performance and follow the principle, analyze yourself, and know your optimum performance. Now the question is how. If listless, inactive, and feel unmotivated means you are low on performance and low stress or burden of success. If you feel anxiety, panics, fear, overwhelm, means you are high on stress and you are more prone to mistake, confused. There is a time you feel motivated, creative, and focused, that is your best performance level, have moderate stress. So identification of that point is very important, and only you can do this, so when you less or on high stress. So take a break, take rest, enjoy time with family, as daily work reduces the optimum performance. After a break you feel a bit of stress and pressure to work with focus. Remember, nothing is late, change strategy. Always remember the principle, nothing is late in life, tomorrow always comes, no age defines the startup age. KFC, a food chain, started when owner Colonel Harland Sanders started in the age of 52. As a person learned with circumstances also. Moreover, story of the turtle and rabbit had got old. It is your time to finish the race now, fast or slow is your performance. 7. Step 8 is personal development. Personal development is a huge investment in yourself. If you are an entrepreneur, then your daily emotion will flow like AC current wave, sometimes up, sometimes down. So maintain enthusiasm, be brave to face challenges and hurdles, do yoga, exercise, the best way to maintain these. Be wise, don't trust someone's sweet words. A lot of people give you a ray of hope, but I will suggest, hope is good if it is time bound, else it is harmful, so set the deadline for people's sweet hope. Maintain patience, as setting on business takes time to start, so be quiet and challenge that time with patience. Reward yourself, focus on new learning and development, celebrate every achievement and focus on new learning. Write a to-do list. Develop a review mechanism. Eliminate distractions, avoid overthinking, do not overthink as the result will be nil. If any mistake, correct it, change tactical plan. Give your full attention to a single task. The first step is always the hardest. Remember, startup had two phases, first development and the second running for the product or service up to market. Both steps will be felt hard. So remember this and wait and watch and step on. Divide work into small jobs. Be vigilant, listen, analyze, then decide, even if you are offline or on a break, but remain to alter by mind and be vigilant, listen to each, analyze that, then decide on an important and urgent task. If it is hard to step in, then divide that in small work offline, and take a break. A habit so that you develop minimum stress so that you work efficiently. You might have seen after a break a person become more focused, if not felt till date, do it and feel it. Find a mentor is very important in today's business, as your employees will do that much you say. As a doctor is a need for disease, same way a well-experienced mentor is necessary for establishing the business. Try to get out of your comfort zone. Now what is a comfort zone? Not doing physical work or activity is not mean comfort zone. Here it means that step out of your weaknesses, analyze your weaknesses and work on those. Common weaknesses are feel easy, so do the bold things. What people will say, get out of such phenomena. Don't afraid of taking